Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the show that's on in the afternoon. I'm your host with the most, Davey Hartzell. I'm joined by some very, very, very exceptional guests today. I'm very excited. The Rotary Club of St. Augustine Sunset is here today. We've got Rana and Chef Ellie Rose here to represent Valentine's Day. We've got something super special. So love is in the air this afternoon on 904 Now, but we would be remiss if we did not thank some of these wonderful sponsors that make these conversations happen every single day. First and foremost, we have our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. They've kicked off 75 years serving St. Augustine and Northeast Florida. For 3 generations, their team and dealership have grown to meet the needs of this great community. The Bozard Ford campus has an incredible inventory from Ford and Lincoln, along with a great selection of pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models in the area. The state-of-the-art service departments, quick lane for express service and parts and accessories. Shops can take care of all of your needs during the time of the needs of your new vehicle. And no visit to Bozard Ford is complete without a stop at Ford's Garage. I can do this today. Ford's Garage with one of their signature burgers, especially the 904 Now burger. It's got our name on it because it's very super special. From delivery of your new car in your driveway to mobile service of your company fleet of vehicles, and anything in between, the team at Bozard Ford is ready to meet your needs in a way that is designed exclusively for you. Come let their family take care of your family. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. And of course, the Bailey Group. In St. Augustine's heart, the Bailey Group plays its part, a cherished institution, a gem from the start. Mark, as president, took the reins as a trusted relay, transformed an agency into a force, a St. Augustine display. More than insurance benefits and financial grace, the Bailey Group innovates, serving every place. Personalized service with a local touch, their commitment shines. It means so much. Largest in Northeast Florida, a well-earned claim. They're not slowing down, they're rising to fame. Beyond benefits to families, they extend healthcare and finance across the state. They defend a health promotion team, a tale to unfold, creating wellness stories, turning silver to gold. Feeling inspired, full of zest? Well, dial their number, 904-461-1800. Put their expertise to the test. We love you guys over at the Bailey Group. And of course, are you ready to shine for some serious relaxation? Look no further than Amara Med Spa, your ticket to fierce and fabulous. At Amara, they're all about pampering you with delightful menu of spa treatments and top-notch medical aesthetics. They are the best of the best. Picture yourself unwinding with a tranquil hydrofacial or enhancing your natural beauty with Botox, derma fillers, or laser magic. Their friendly experts will craft a personalized plan just for you. Don't hesitate. Give yourself the gift of ultimate spa indulgence at Amara Med Spa. Call them and book your spot or check out their specials on Instagram. We love you guys at Amara. They're the best. Go see my girl Tracy. She's got it going on. All right, folks. Well, welcome into the show. We got Chef Ellie here. We got Rana. Welcome. This is amazing. Service above self, my friends.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? It's the motto of Rotary.
Yeah, good.
How's the club doing? Tell me all about it.
We are very active. Our motto is meet less, do more. So we are doing lots of things in the community right now. One of the crazy things about our club, it's just kind of happened naturally, but we're still growing. And every time we seem to be adding a new woman to our club. We're
I love this.
90% women right now.
Cool.
And I have a feeling that's why we get a lot done.
So work less, do more. Does that mean you meet less?
So we only meet 3 weeks a month, and we do that on Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. There's almost always wine and snacks there.
Of course, yeah.
We're at Trinity Church and has parking, which is kind of nice downtown.
Yeah.
So we're always looking for new members to come join, and anyone can come to a meeting and see what we're all about. But we have a lot of fun and are able to meet a couple of times a month and then be really active at getting things done in the community.
So I imagine a bunch of do-gooders getting together, putting their ideas collectively into the center. And how do you guys select the different projects that you're going to take on?
A lot of our members have things that are very close to their hearts. Right now, our club motto itself is food for thought. So we have a couple focuses. One is food insecurity. We work closely with Epicure.
Oh, God bless. I love Sunny. Yeah.
We love to, last year at a Valentines fundraiser, we raised $10,000
cool.
for Rotary and Epicure. Also, the other half of Food for Thought is thought, so mental health awareness. And that's where we're looking at this year.
Really? So, Rana, talk to us about Jack Mental Health Advocacy. Talk about what is the foundation or what is the nonprofit? Give us a little backstory.
Well, Jack is out of Ponte Vedra, and it's was founded 21 months ago. In our 21 months, we have found the need of what people need with mental health. For one thing, it's very expensive to get a certain type of therapy for, say, anxiety and OCD. People will say, I'm a therapist, I can help you. But actually, there's an evidence-based treatment that you have to do with OCD. And very few people, in fact, when my son was diagnosed at 21, there was only one, maybe two therapists that knew the evidence-based treatment. But the need was there, and the founder, Kim Vincenti, again out of Ponte Vedra, said we need to train more clinicians. She started the nonprofit. Since then, we've trained 30 nationwide, which doesn't seem like a lot.
Oh, that's amazing.
But here in St. Augustine alone, or North Florida, we more than doubled. So I think we're at 12. I think we're at 12 or 15 now that know evidence-based
Under
treatment.
2 years.
In 21 months. And this is something that we do. So we feel like if we can sponsor people to learn the technique and pay for their training, then eventually they'll come back and the treatments will be more available for the people that need it. And we are working with, we gave 38 scholarships last year to 16 individuals.
Cool.
That was partly from the money that I raised from the Mariners for Mental Health when I was here last time.
I remember the regatta of the boats. Yeah,
Yes,
right. Yes.
That did very well. And so we, just looking, this is the need. So Jack has just found where we need to put our money. And let me tell you, we want it. As soon as it comes in, it's right back out the door.
So OCD, we're saying obsessive compulsive disorder. What does that look like as a mom that goes through it constantly?
Well, something I never knew about. You hear about it. We have friends that want to straighten everything and clean their house all the time. But what you find out is debilitating. It's watching my son, which we had no idea. He was diagnosed a month before COVID, and once the everything shut down, he had to move home, and he was spending anywhere from 10 to 12 hours like a zombie. He couldn't move.
Wow.
So that was something I never knew. It just completely took over his life. But I've learned so much from just, being home, stuck, nowhere to go because everything had closed down. I just did a lot of reading, and there's so many things that fall under the umbrella of OCD, which is eating disorders. Jack Mental Health has partners with Project Health for eating. Now we've realized they've found in the last few years that they go hand in hand with OCD. So
interesting.
Hoarding, of course, contamination, just right OCD. There's so many, different entities of OCD. It just depends, and they also morph.
Right.
One, you might be treating one thing, and then something else pops out. So
And both of you guys are moms, so honestly, that would be something that would be like an alarm. Like, oh my gosh, how do I fix it? That's the first thing you want to do as a mom, right?
Yeah.
How do I fix it for my kid? So how was your journey with that?
Well, again, everything was shut down. I got immediately online. I found Jacksonville support group.
Cool.
And Kim, who is now our founder of the nonprofit, Kim Vincenti, was running the Jacksonville online virtual support group. And from there, I found help and people more like me, that had, and just some ideas.
Was that a relief when you found other people, other
You
peers?
just want to find people that have been through the same thing. You want to hear
yeah.
success stories. Her son, very similar, we did 4 intensive treatments. Her son had done 4 intensive treatments. And I have to say, he is now a therapist, graduated from Pepperdine University last June or May, and now he's in practice for himself. So that is a success story that you want to
So what were you like with OCD before you realized your son had it? Was it something that you were like, oh, I've never experienced that, and you just kind of pushed that off to the side? Or was it something that's always been around?
We just didn't know. He was great at hiding it. He was never in trouble. He was a great kid.
God
All the
bless.
teachers loved him. He was never acted out. But what he has let us know now is that he was counting everything in his brain. He went on to play college basketball, counting the dribbles before he passed the ball.
Wow.
So all this, and when something traumatic happens, it becomes like a brain lock. And this had happened, it was a contamination thing that happened to him. And
is it soothing for them when they do the counting or the repetition? Is that like a
Yes.
soothing practice?
It's something they can control.
Great.
So you can't control your intrusive thoughts. And sometimes the intrusive thoughts come, more powerful than others, but you can control what you do, which might be in washing your hands, taking longer showers, cleaning for hours and hours at a time. And this is our experience. But as a child, had we known, I felt there was something, I could tell when he was a little anxious about things, always needed reassurance from me. Mom, are you going to be home tonight? What time are you getting home? I got a meeting. What time are you getting home? He would be the one that would call me 4 or 5 times. Are you still coming home?
Right. You said 6 o'clock at 6:05. Where are you? Right.
Have I never not come home?
God,
So you could never. But now looking back, I see some signs, certainly not. I was not expecting to have this curveball thrown into our lives.
And you're creating the awareness now, so maybe people can catch theirs.
And they
younger.
can catch it.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like you as a mom, and you're working with a lot of these different organizations that come into Rotary and in and out of your life. Does that take the stigma of fear away from you? Like, because now you've got more of an education behind it?
I mean, yes. And I think that more than anything, I try to get my kid involved in things that we're doing. So he's really aware of like ways that we give back. And, he's a great kid too. And I'm always kind of like, you good? You okay? Like I'm a super busy mom and, work nights. So I try to spend as much time with as I can. But, it's never something. My mom's a therapist at St. Augustine Youth Services.
Oh, wonderful. Yay. We love Says.
She's amazing.
Clearly you have a clear perspective on everything.
So, she's been there for 30 plus years.
That's fabulous.
So I'm pretty aware of a lot of, mental health. But honestly, it's more important for me for him to just see what we're doing and how we're giving back and how to be involved in the community.
I'm just thinking about my mom, and I know that she would have this panic, like, what do I do? How can I do it?
Yeah.
And you talk a lot, you told me off camera earlier that early diagnosis is really an important piece of this puzzle.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
Yes. And the earlier you can start treating, the more success you're going to have. So the next initiative that Jack has is we are doing children's camps. That is a big,
Cool.
We've been wanting to do it a long time. COVID put a stop to a lot of anything like that. So this is going to be, we've had 3 states sign on already. We are funding the manual, and our clinicians on our board have written the manual. We've partnered with the IOCDF, which is the International OCD Foundation. They're giving us big plugs, and it's really exciting. So these kids will have 1 week at a fear camp. We're calling it Plant a Camp, but every state will call it whatever they want to call it. I know it's in Wisconsin, OCD Georgia, and OCD Louisiana are the 3 that have signed on. Our goal is to have one in every state.
Yeah.
But this is just the beginning. And they will these kids will have intensive therapy for an entire week, where that would cost tens of thousands of dollars if they went for a week into intensive. It's an expensive.
Because you're talking about the therapist, you're talking about
you've
people
got therapists, you've got
helpers, and all of the volunteers.
And just
things,
for if they have social anxiety, if you see your children suffering from being afraid to, go out and be social.
Agoraphobia comes to mind.
Agoraphobia is an OCD. Yes.
Okay.
And if they would have to do a skit. Just say, for instance, a silly skit in front of all the other kids.
But to do that is probably death-defying for them, right?
Right.
It's a moment of real anxiety, like sweating and convulsing, and I could hear.
Amazing what kids will do when they are around other people that have
That's
the
the
same
beauty of
fears.
it, yeah.
So maybe they'll run the bases and we'll put fake vomit on the
Right.
bases, and they've got to slide into base if they have a contamination OCD.
Right, yeah. So they actually see that stimulus of fear and then be able to work through that glass ceiling.
And like, I didn't
Wow,
die.
What a powerful camp.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Definitely every state needs to sign on to that.
Yes. Well, we have, we're really fortunate. We have a therapist from here in Florida that was able to, she was doing this, I think at UF, Gainesville, right?
Yeah,
Did I get them off?
you're right. You're right.
And is bringing it, joined our board just recently and has written the manual, and it is amazing. And so any money that is raised this year will go toward Plant a Camp. So
I love that idea. Now, is that going to be like a summer camp thing? Or is okay? So it's definitely when school's out or something like that, and then they can all just, very
Wisconsin is right now is the only one that has signed on to be a sleepover camp.
Oh, interesting.
So the other ones might be a day camp, and it may change. Finding locations, they're all working on.
What do you
right now.
think as going through it? Do you think a sleepover is definitely next level, or what do you think is?
I think sleepover would be, if I had, again, we didn't have any real signs when my son was younger. I wish he could do a sleepover camp now. He sometimes, his anxiety really
How's he
heightens.
doing?
Well, he just graduated
Congratulations.
from the California Lutheran University.
That is
and
amazing.
He just got a job yesterday with the Detroit Tigers. It's
my gosh,
amazing.
I love this.
Yeah, he's on. I mean, it's all good. There's some big wins there.
Yes.
Big journey in the last 2 years.
Yes.
Will he be moving to Detroit?
He's moving to Lakeland.
Oh, very cool.
He'll be working with the professional team in Lakeland. Once they go, he'll start with the minor league down there. So
That is awesome.
we leave next week. So
That's very exciting.
But
Now,
thank you
how
for
do you
asking.
feel as a mom? Are you ready for him on this journey? Are you a little bit nervous about it?
I'm very nervous. I want to go there and live with him.
Yeah, gotta love you.
I gotta cut that cord.
Yeah, he can
but
do it. You're one text away.
he is a smart, bright, funny, beautiful child, and he'll do fine. And it's just I've got to, it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ellie, can you tell us a little bit like how important this was to support this with the club?
Yeah, I mean, it made a lot of sense. We always like to support our members' initiatives that are important to them.
Because that passion's there, right?
Yeah, I mean, with Rotary, usually we have a speaker come in and talk to our club about something, some kind of thing that's important to them. A lot of times it's from outside the club. Rana came and gave her, talk about what Jack is, about OCD, and about her story. And a lot of us didn't know. And we were like sobbing by the end of it.
I didn't know until I interviewed her. Yeah, it was the first time. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's something that, she kind of opened up to us about. And we're like, how do we, because we're such like action-oriented people, like, how do we help her?
Yeah.
How do we help move this initiative forward? And, this is our second annual Valentine's Day mixer that we're
Nice.
doing. And we've always supported Epicure and a lot of things that we do. And we were looking at this, we raised so much money last year for them. Like, who's next? What can we do next? And it just seemed like an obvious choice for us to try to support Jack.
So tell me about this Valentine's mixer. What does this look like?
So it's different than just like a regular dinner. It's not just romantic. It's a mixer because you don't have to bring a couple. You can come with whoever you want, friends.
Thank you, single. Hey. Yes.
You might meet somebody there.
You never know.
But it's a lot of fun. It's interactive. We go to Volano Main Street Diner,
Nice.
which is pretty and pink inside, and we're going to have over-the-top balloons. Toro and Things is doing a very cool photo booth. We actually just got an anonymous sponsor for the $750 sponsorship for that, which means that now, instead of having somebody else's logo, we're going to have the Jack Mental Health logo
Cool.
on all of the photo booth things.
It's great exposure. That goes on everybody's refrigerator. It never leaves.
Exactly.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, and it's all the digital copies. They'll
I
be
love
all
that.
over the internet. But we're doing really fun things, having a tarot reader.
Oh, wow. Fun.
Jim Iselta and Steve Collins are going to be jamming out live music.
You got Jim Iselta?
Yeah.
On the show, we call the sultry sounds of Jim Aselta. I love Jim Aselta.
He is
Yes.
one of our few male Rotary members that
So special.
He can hang with the girls. So
Definitely.
I don't think he has a problem with that.
Yeah, absolutely. King Jim, he's got this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're going to be playing live. We've got a couple like interactive moments that we're doing. Old City Occasions is doing balloons galore.
Beautiful.
So it's going to be a really fun night. And then I am cooking.
I was going to ask you. I was like,
Yeah.
hoping she's cooking.
Yeah. So we like to lean into doing like romantic Italian food, pasta and garlic bread and salad and a bunch of appetizers.
I'm thinking that Lady in the Tramp moment with the spaghettis and the boom, 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 boom kiss.
Yeah. But you know me, I will have veggie, vegan options,
Yes.
gluten-free options. And we have a, tickets are $75.
Cool.
We will sell out.
Yes, you will.
It's super limited because it's a kind of small, intimate space. We'll have probably 20 tickets left right now.
Nice.
But, those will sell out quick. And after that, we'll have a really fun party. But
It's gonna be great.
You get a drink ticket with it, and then we'll have a donation bar after that. And
Have you done the menu yet, or are you still working on it?
So it's up here.
I know you. It'll like happen. Yeah.
Kind of working it out, being like, oh, well, maybe I got to do a risotto and I got to do a red sauce and I got to do a cream sauce. So,
Yeah.
It's coming together.
Sidebar question though, as a chef, is it hard to like when you go to different venues than your like home turf? Do you pick like different food than what you normally would serve like at Chez L'Amour or something? Okay.
Yes. So depending on a lot of things, whether if I'm going to have sternos, how am I going to heat the food? How is
Right.
it going to be served? Am I doing buffet? Like for Chez L'Amour, it's all small bites, and I have the opportunity to like beautifully present it and put my little garnishes.
It is a dream. It's a work of art, your food.
Thank
I
you.
love it. It's such passion that you have in every single dish that you make, honestly. Such a celebrated chef in town. And I think this is going to be such a cool moment. What are you looking forward to?
Well, one thing, some of the prizes and giveaways, and we have some the boat cruise. I don't know.
So we're doing a silent auction.
A silent auction. One is going to be a boat cruise, and it's going to be a 2-hour, up to 8 people.
You got it in with the boat crew. I like this.
Yeah, I'm a boater.
I love this. This is great.
And I think we'll have, I'll be donating a charcuterie board for that boat cruise too. So it'll be like
how
a little bit of a
Yes.
collaboration.
It'll be a sunset cruise, and with champagne and
Fabulous.
wines will be part of the. Oh my gosh, I can't even.
Will
think.
be part of the silent auction. But I will
Silent
tell
auction.
you that if anybody's thinking about proposal, if they went, this would be a really cool moment to be able to. What do you
You've
think?
seen the sunsets in Milano? They're lovely.
Absolutely.
So
The
we
dolphins
do
are there.
have,
Dolphins.
Yeah.
yeah, we do actually have, with the view, there are views where Jim will be set up of the sunset right off the bridge there. So
Fantastic.
it'll be, and I didn't get to make it last year. We were on a trip, but this year I will be alone. I'll be your day.
Yay, I love it.
So, and the other things, I think there's a stock the bar basket. There's
Yeah,
also
doing raffles for Stock the Bar
and things. So
I love this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool. Wow. So what else can people look forward to within the club? Do you have any upcoming things after the Valentine's Day thing?
We're in Valentine's mode right
Okay,
now.
you're very focused, yeah.
To be fair, talking about creating menus and things like that my creativity is stretched to the max right now. I have a week-long Valentine's Day.
Oh, tell me. Yeah.
I'm starting off on the 9th, February 9th, which is our Rotary party. And then going into the 14th, 15th, and 16th, we're doing chef tastings at Chez L'Amour. So
my
that
gosh.
will be a whole new menu.
Say no more. Let's all go to Chez L'Amour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a paradise.
And that's, the idea is that it's a week of love. Not everybody can get out on Valentine's Day, find a sitter, and it's a little chaotic on, it's a Wednesday.
Just that one night. Yeah.
So we're like spreading it out.
That's smart.
All 3 days. You can go and have a Valentine's date, and it's going to feel just as special as if it was Valentine's Day.
But it's also known as like a jazz music like epicenter in town. Really, honestly, that's like the go-to place for jazz. You just had Connie Hahn she's an incredible. Were you there for that night?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Girl, I wouldn't have been able to cook. I would have just been staring at her the whole time.
I sneak out a lot. And the great part about that is we can hear the music from the kitchen.
Yeah.
So, if we hear a song, we like kind of stick our heads out and listen.
Love that.
I loved feeding her and her band. I was like, I'm just going to bring you everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Take it to go. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those General Tso biscuits are my favorite.
Yeah. And now that we have Austin too, we are adding little sushi bites and things on the menu. So, it's really exciting because we're just going to keep expanding what we're doing. And they're bringing bigger and bigger acts all the time there. So
fun.
The jazz venue part is something that I've never really experienced before. And
well, there's nothing in town really with
so needed.
Absolutely. There's no intimate lighting in town. This is such a beautiful romantic spot. Even if you're single and you go with a bunch of your girlfriends or your guys, it's just a really cool chill moment, but such an artistic flair that kind of just envelops you the entire time while you're there. And I love small bites because I like to try a bunch of things. Yeah. Have you been to Shayla?
I have not. I told Ellie that I have tried to make a reservation several times, but I usually have 4 to 6 people. And she said, well, just come to the bar. And I go, well, that 4 to 6 people at the bar may not work.
She'll make it happen, yeah.
But so we will
so
be
special.
Yeah. But I've had lots of Ellie's food, and it's always amazing.
I've kind of been the Rotary chef.
Yeah.
Done a lot of Rotary events, and before I was at Shayla Moore doing lots of private catering and stuff. So I know Rana's definitely got to sample some of the things that are actually on the menu now have been part of my catering repertoire.
Oh,
before.
fantastic!
So,
is there anything new and special that people should look forward to?
We are starting a private chef tasting, omakase style, where we're going to do upstairs is our peacock parlor.
Oh, cool.
It's different.
I have not seen it.
It's a little darker, a little more masculine than downstairs, and 10 to 12 people doing private events up there. And we're going to do chef tastings maybe like once a month, maybe a little more. But the first one's February 1st. So we're really doing lots of events in February.
You have this is a big moment for you here.
That's Austin. That's his menu.
Cool.
So he's going to do a sushi omakase, and I'm going to pair some cooked things with it. So he's going to do like a sashimi scallop, and then I'll do a seared scallop, and we'll pair it together.
Oh, how fun.
So that's 5, maybe 6 courses, because I'm going to sneak a dessert in there.
I love this. I love every minute of this. All such good talent, deliciousness happening in Rotary Club of St. Augustine Sunset. So exciting. What do you have to look forward to for the rest of the year?
Oh, I start planning my Mariners for Mental Health, which is going to be in October this year. So
cool.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay.
We had a complete washout for the boat parade that never happened. So we were on our boats, and there were several private boats. We had 2 large boats one had 70 on it, one had 35, and the bottom fell out. We were all stranded on the boat.
No.
So I decided to move it to hurricane season.
Oh, perfect. What a challenge.
At least we can see it coming far enough in advance. But so there's a week in October. I think it's the 14th through the 18th. That is OCD week, which there is believe it or not, an OCD day. And there's so much that, I don't know, you've probably seen Howie Mandel doing the commercials now.
Yes,
for
that's right.
OCD. We're getting some great publicity. People are talking about it. I just watched the documentary on David Beckham. Every night when he gets home, he has to straighten up the entire house. He has just right OCD. And so we're starting to see things come out more.
The stigma is being taken away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
It feels more okay to talk about and admit that, it's not a problem.
Right.
It's something that that can be worked on or addressed.
I think that's important that the stigma is being taken away. And we have to talk about this because mental health awareness is such a needed topic out there.
Yeah. So in October, I'll start working on, I'm about to start working on, we're always looking for sponsors. I want to do it a little different this year. I'm hoping that all the big boats in town will just give us an hour, to go through the bayfront. It's so exciting. It was such a beautiful month this past October. Think about it. We didn't have a hurricane.
Right.
But I thought every day I wanted to be on the boat. So So, hopefully we'll shoot for a Sunday night again where there's not a lot going on, but we've already got the red boat tours are 100% in. He's given us his boat, and now just to find the other. So
we can do it.
It'll be a full calendar from here, full force from here on out.
So cool. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming and showing up and showing out today. This is amazing. Tell everybody where they can contact you, where they can get tickets to Valentine's.
So the tickets are on our website, Rotary Club of St. Augustine Sunset. I know you'll have the little thing for us. That is where you can buy tickets, $75 each. And if you can't make it, we also have sponsorships. You can get different levels from $100 to $50 to $500, and we'll support you in different ways, whether it's printed materials at the actual event where we'll have your logo and everything up on display. We'll give you shout outs on social media, any way to kind of show that you help support us. But we'd love to see you at the event too. So
fabulous.
And our meetings. Please come check out.
Yeah,
Rotary Sunset.
we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's
You said 3. What does it? Say it again.
It's the first 3 Tuesdays.
Cool.
At 5:30. So, we're kind of a meet after work because we're a younger Rotary group. We've got, our next president is in her 20s.
Love it.
So,
good.
It's exciting. We're, Lily, who is on, she's going to be president next year.
I love Lily. Yes.
And she's a real go-getter.
She's a go-getter.
Yes.
Love her. Yes.
We're going to bring a lot of energy, and, we all have lives. We're all doing other things. So the idea is, we have minimum dues just to cover, our fees from Rotary. And if we want to go out to dinner afterwards, have a social hour afterwards, it's optional. So you don't feel like pressure to pay for lunch or whatever. So we just want to meet up because we want to get stuff done.
I love that. I love that. That's the pulse of the community. That's the pulse of Rotary. I love that. Rana, can you tell us a little bit about where they can find information about Jack?
Yes, go to Jack hang on. It's all caps, JACK.MHA.org.
Perfect.
You can read all about the wonderful things that we've done and that we're doing, and feel free to make a donation.
And I see that you have Instagram too, so it's Jack_MHA.
Yes.
Got that.
That's
Perfect.
correct.
And I'll put that in comments for everybody.
And also on the Facebook, I think it's just Jack Mental Health Advocacy.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
I'll tag everybody in this. This will be fabulous. You guys are so amazing. Thank you. Service above self, ladies. Yes.
Service above self.
So good. All right, folks. Well, with that said, we're going to move into Old Town Trolley. Sit back and relax and take it easy and let it go. As Old Town Trolley licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine's history. They have culture and old world charm while experiencing unforgettable views aboard their open-air trolleys. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor with brick-lined streets and sights such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. That's the way to get around town. A trolley ticket includes free admission into the St. Augustine History Museum, free shuttle service to many area hotels, and free access to the St. Augustine Beach Bus Shuttle Service. Check them out today, hometownpass.com. That's the way to go. And we love All American Air for a fabulous 45 years. All American Air has been the hero of St. Augustine and beyond. We're talking St. John's, Flagler, Duval, and Putnam counties. They're not just experts. They're the cool cats of warranty and non-warranty service. They have preventative maintenance agreements, new construction installations, and rocking high-efficiency systems. From Lennox Wonders to the ultra-smart iComfort thermostat, they've got all the HVAC magic. Give them a call today. Get on one of those maintenance plans, 904-461-0070. And of course, our friends, my favorite place, that Bin 39, a hidden gem of downtown since 2016. Their secret getaway and fabulous times tucked away inside the lobby of the St. George Inn. We love Irving. This charming spot boasts a courtyard setting of straight out of a dream of the north end of St. George Street. It's not just a wine bar, it's a place where magic and perfect evening begins. Check them out. Don't forget, save the date for next Wednesday. That is the 20th anniversary anniversary party of the St. George Inn. I will be there. It's from 4 to 7, and they have quite an array of fun ahead. So give them a call, 904-827-5740. They're also, they're hosting small tastings. So if you have like a bachelorette party, anything like that, they've got a nice little private room that they can make something really special and some magic happen. All right, so that leads us into horrible horoscopes. It is definitely Pete's recipe for success for the show, and we continue that every single day. So, Clay, if you are ready, please play us some music. All right, we've got, who do we have on deck today? Let me pull this up. We have Pisces and Gemini today. Let's lead off with Gemini. Single Geminis could be lucky in love this week. New love's name begins with Mercury is getting into bed with Mars right now, and who knows where things could end up for you. Wow, talk about Valentines. All night, your search continues. The message is kind of cryptic sometimes, but it's all that you've heard in the mouths of all of your friends. It says, go for it. Don't be anxious. Just go for your dreams, and you never know who's going to end up right at your doorstep. Wow, very, very cool. All right, Pisces, there's a moment just after the middle of the day when the work has been assigned and the tasks are underway. At the moment, this is you doing your work at the afterstate of a migraine from lunchtime. Ooh, you got a hydration station. And suddenly you wonder if typing and the sandwich aftertaste that's all that's going to be for the rest of your life. Well, give yourself some time. Your lucky sandwich will be a tuna mayonnaise, and maybe you just need to have a little bit more water and flush out that migraine. Ugh, nobody likes a migraine. That was not fun. Yeah. Let's move on from that. Hey, talk about love in the air. St. John's Botanical Garden, they've got a lovers picnic in the garden coming up. This is happening on Sunday, February 18th. Join them for a lovers picnic in the garden. They'll have their fiddle and Celtic artist, Sue Tice, playing live music during the day at 11:30 to 1:30 p.m., along with wonderful food vendors. Feel free to bring a picnic or buy food and drinks there. They hope that you will come out and enjoy the garden, some beautiful music and some delicious food. They'll see you there at St. John's Botanical Garden. I've not been there yet. I can't wait to check that out. Hey, there's a winter oyster roast coming up. This is going to be exciting. This is from the St. Augustine Boating Club. This is happening February 10th from 12 to 3 p.m. All you can eat oysters. The tickets are $40 each. There's limited parking, but don't worry, there's shuttles provided. The menu, of course, you can check them out on Facebook at St. Augustine Boating Club, but that's going to be super fun. All you can eat oysters from 12 to 3, along with, they have some sausage perlo, some clam chowder, fish fish pie, potato soup. They got a lot. Oh, don't forget the cornbread. You can purchase tickets in advance at staugustineBoatingClub.com. And our last one today, Saturday, February 10th at Marina Munch, Uptown Scratch Kitchen is going to show up. That's fun. Join them for a night of great music and great food, beer and wine available at the Cantina all night. This is happening at Marina Munch on Saturday, February 10th. They're very excited. Augie style, established in 2021. This will be a good time to meet up and show out over at Marina Munch. And our last one today, I got to give a shout out to my homie, Dewey Vaya. He's got this really cool new event on January 31st, so save this date. It's called Musical Chair Series. He did this with Chelsea last month. One night is a duo performance where Dewey and this night will be Walt Kowicki, the guy's fame, the rose to fame at Dog Rose Brewery, of course. From 7 to 9, best local cold draft beer and unique show featuring a different artist each show in the series. This is so much fun. Dewey's kicking this off in 2024. This is the Musical Chairs with Dewey Vaya, and the night for January 31st, again, will be with Walt Kowicki. And that event is brought to you by Panache, every guest, every time. Since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission of ethical and sustainable business practices and its high fashion aesthetic. They share Aveda's exceptional standards of quality products, treatments, guest care, and everything they do reflects the standards of an Aveda salon. Get posh and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo. And we'll finish our day with the world famous, wonderful United Way. Join the fun, be a star with the United Way no matter who you are. The United Way of St. Johns County is a champion for our community. Together they create opportunities, foster education, and improve the lives of those in need. But they can't do it alone. They need you, your passion, your generosity. Together they can create a brighter future for every individual in St. Johns County. That is the truth. Check them out today, unitedway-sjc.org. And with that said, folks, God love you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We had such a great time. Thank you so much for our guests from Rotary Club of St. Augustine Sunset. Get involved with your community. I love you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye, boo.